Everybody, I hope you're doing well. Listen, a lot of Americans are really, really hung up on this food stamp issue, and I get it. People need to go to work, stop being lazy. Well, surprise for you, a lot of people that actually work are on the food stamp program, known as EBT, which stands for the Electronic Benefits Transfer. Okay. So a lot of people are really on that, and I get it, but understand a lot of Americans are in need. So while you're hollering about all the Americans and they're just lazy, well, if they're on food stamps, life is tough enough, I would imagine. Are some people abusing it? Heck yeah. But let's get to it. Are the politicians maybe abusing you? That's a possibility. You think they're really working for us? Not happy with the job. So check this out. Check this out. So I'm not saying, that people, everybody's on it is doesn't deserve it. Some people they need it and give it to them. So what I want to say, while a lot of Americans are pit against another American because some everybody people like this in general, they want somebody to be worse off than them. So check this out. Let's talk about the food stamp fraud. Here it says Governor Tim Walz struggles to defend reports of welfare fraud under his watch that allegedly benefited a Somali terrorist group. The Big Weekend Show co-host discusses allegations of welfare fraud that allegedly benefited a small Somali terror group. I don't know if you all remember. Remember the Boston? They had the Boston Marathon, and the people were running. Well, listen, the guys that were doing the terrorists that did that bombing on the marathon in Boston. You didn't know that those two that they were, guess what? In case you didn't know, they were on food stamps too. Oh yeah. So if they're on food stamps too, what did they do? We're basically funding our terrorists, but we're worried about the average American. Oh, you need to get a job. Some of them have jobs, but the jobs don't pay enough. Why do you think people? And can you imagine? It's got to be just heartbreaking going to work. And once you pay your rent, what have you, oh my gosh, got a little problem. What's the problem? Yeah, well, it's not enough money, so it's now time to go to the food bank. One lady, never forget, she had a roommate, didn't even have a vehicle, was walking to and from work to the grocery store, where she worked rather. She couldn't afford groceries, so she wanted to sign up for food stamps. They told her, oh, you know what, you almost qualified. Yeah, sorry, Becky, but you make $2 over the threshold. You got to be kidding me. The girl couldn't even afford a car. She made what now? $2 over the threat. So if she just made $2 less, she would have got those food stamps. She has a roommate. Can't afford rent on her own. She doesn't even have a car. Transportation. Her transportation is Tom and Jerry, left foot meet right foot. Yeah, it's $2. But yet and still, we're so against an American getting some help. What the heck is this? The terrorist group is even in on the fraud. Even in on the fraud. It says current and former federal sources confirmed to News Nation. Oh, and don't forget, also, we have people in this country, man, they were getting those PPP loans back to back. Millions of dollars, not American citizens. So when you see, oh, they caught them, they're going to jail, yeah. The big rip off somebody is sometimes whose little feet weren't born here. So there are reports of them getting millions of dollars and then fleeing the country. But we're happy to see an American got it. And my saying what's wrong is wrong. No, they've got you, some of us, in a position where we're so want somebody to be down to make us feel better about ourselves. And then you're like, oh, let the folks in. And some of the ones you let the folks in is ripping you off more than a freaking American. I'm just saying. Here it says current and former federal sources confirmed to News Nation that funds raised by a Minnesota-based nonprofit during the COVID-19 pandemic never made it to those in need. Where'd the money go, y'all? But rather, some of it wound up in the hands of an Al-Qaeda-linked terrorist group, Al-Shabaab, in Somalia. The allegations against the former nonprofit Feeding Our Future are among the most serious against an organization for alleged misconduct during the pandemic. The organization recruited individuals to open more than 200 federal child nutrition program sites throughout Minnesota, claiming to be serving meals to thousands of children a day. The nonprofit, however, created fake attendance rosters and fake invoices, which would eventually be reimbursed by the federal government. But hey, you're worried about a fellow American who got a couple $100 in food. Are you really serious? Are you really serious? David Gaither, a former Minnesota lawmaker, told News Nation he witnessed the fraud firsthand as the executive director of the International Education Center. Quote, "This is a safari restaurant in downtown Minneapolis. This is the epicenter of some of the biggest fraud and wasted abuse in this area," said Gaither, end quote. The owner right now is currently in jail, federal jail. This restaurant, which seats about 35, supposedly serve 18,000 plus meals a day. I've heard about this regarding food stamps, federal funding, COVID PPP loans. But in the meantime, in between time, you got fellow Americans sitting up here. You worried about somebody got a couple $100. Am I saying this right? No, you got bigger fish to fry. This is our money, by the way. So the restaurant can only seat 35 people. It's impossible to serve 18,000 plus meals a day. So when you find people, and I understand life gets stressful, but there are some people I notice they seem to really gloat, really gloating. Oh yeah, they need to get yeah. They're doing getting all this free money and all of that. They need to work. A lot of Americans are working, and they need the federal programs to subsidize their living so they can survive. They're not living out. They're not going on vacation and staying at the breakers. You can best believe that. When you go to Walmart and they're checking you out and helping you, what have you, besides self checkout, when you go to Walmart, a lot of people that work there, the majority they've reported are on food stamps. You think Walmart is paying enough for a living wage? You really think so? Then why are the people on food stamps? Regular jobs, average paying jobs, can't support a livable wage. So when you go to Walmart and you see them working there and bringing your food to your car with a smile, maybe, that person working, a lot of them are on food stamps. And what's the Walmart stock doing, by the way? A lot of them are on food stamps. Okay, the stock is at 111 and 17 as of December 1st, 2025 at 10:02 a.m. Eastern Time. 111, yeah, 111.11. You think they're getting, hey, maybe they're giving them stock options. No. Working poor. So what are they supposed to do? Maybe go ahead and get double up on the Walmart schedule. Is that what they're supposed to do? So there's something to think about. I want to share with you. So many we were worried about, oh, an American, yeah, and they're all lazy, yeah, and we want to see them struggle and sitting up here getting ripped off by somebody that wasn't even born in America. Terrorists? Are you kidding? A terrorist group. But you don't want to holler about that because you know what? They got you so busy on a hamster wheel, some may not even know about it and don't have time to read the article, working 2 or 3 jobs, just juggling. It's a delight to just squeeze in a movie. Anyway, let me know what you think about that. Thanks for watching. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and share, and I'm out.